Hey guys, it's Editing Maddie. I forgot to film an intro, so here it is. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you love today's video. It's gonna be voiceover fashion, so hope y'all enjoy. Woo! Okay, so hi friends, how we doing today? This video is gonna be like a floral skull tutorial, like a spring skull. I've seen two other creators, Maddie's Makeup and Leota, do this, like a similar look to this a few times before. They just are so good at drawing these little flowers, and I've wanted to try for so long, so I finally did. And if I may say so, I think it turned out pretty cool, but you'll just have to wait until the end to find out. So I started with just like drawing out the bone structure basically, and I pretty much followed my own bone structure with this. And by the way, all the paints that I'm using are pretty much, there's like one paint palette that I use that's not from Suva Beauty, it's just from Amazon. I will link it, but everything else, all my other painted liners, whatever, they're all from Suva Beauty, and they are no longer in business, so sorry. The nice thing about these liners is that if you mess up, they're water activated, so it's really easy to clean them up with like a Q-tip and just a little bit of water. I'm cracking up right now because I just noticed my little squishmallow in that corner just staring into the frame, and that's just it's got such a blank stare. It's so funny. A lot of the prep work for this look was getting down just the bone structure, because it's really the framework to the whole look. You can't start working on the flowers or anything else until you have all of the bone structure laid out, so it was just kind of a tedious process up to this point. Actually, this whole look is really tedious, and y'all will see. Now this part is fun because instead of just leaving it like green lines, I went back in and I added different colors and some texture to really try and make it look like grass. And I think this added such a cool element that really brought the look together. All in the details, you know? I just went to Ulta recently. I need to film a little haul because I actually kind of balled out, and I figured that would be a really great like makeup haul video, but I went back recently and I re-upped on some Vivid Brights liners. I really haven't tried them since they reformulated. I had all of them back in the day when they were cracked and the formula needed a little help, you know? So I was really excited to try out. I got that green one, I got a blue one, and the green one was serving and slaying, girl. I was really excited to pick those up. And I drew my mouth lines. This was interesting because I tried like hell to make them symmetrical, but I couldn't really tell until I was editing that they are just not. The symmetry is lacking, but you know, we did a little dance for morale and get back into it. Now we're starting on the flowers. I've seen Maddie's makeup and May Liotta, I hope I'm saying her name right. I've seen them do their little tutorials before on how they create these flowers, and from what I've gathered, it's basically just a blob with some details on the inside. So I made a few red blobs and then I added some white details, and this whole look was just like a learning process, but I had a lot of fun, and I put in a lot of different colored flowers, some lavender, some snapdragons. I really love snapdragons. I have some in my own garden at home, and they're some of my favorite flowers that I've ever seen or planted. So one thing I realized after I had already gotten through this first half of my face is that I was putting down like the little blobs and then I was adding the details like right after. So I would do like a couple colored blobs and then I would do the details for the blobs, and then I would change colors, and it was a lot of changing colors, honestly, because you do different colors for the details, right? So I learned on the other half of my face that it's a lot easier and a lot smoother to just place all of the blobs and then go back in when all the blobs are done and put the details in. So, you know, just a little tip for you guys at home if you're going to try this. So this is completely unrelated to makeup, but if y'all have followed me for a little while, you may know that I set up my gaming PC pretty recently, which was a big deal, huge accomplishment for me. And I finally just downloaded the software that I needed to start streaming. So if you guys are interested in watching me stream some Sims and possibly Fortnite, I don't know if I'm brave enough to stream Fortnite yet, but at least some Sims, then you should make sure you're following me on Twitch, G59madeupmaddi. I'll leave it in the description, and it's in my link tree, and you know, could be a lot of fun, could be really fun and great. Pretty much the rest of this 20-minute video is me just drawing in all these little details, so we can just gab, we can just chit chat about stuff. What are you guys doing today? I have to go to work. I changed my schedule, so I'm only working on the weekends now. If I'm working on the weekends, which is pretty cool actually. I've been enjoying just like having a couple days and being able to spend the rest of my time and my days with my son and my family. I've been doing a lot of stuff lately. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. What else has been going on? Really a lot of stuff. Nothing that's like that exciting that I would truly share, but I did actually fill in some empty space on my beauty room on the wall. That's right above my stream desk, and I rearranged some stuff. Oh, I spent probably more like 5 or 6 hours going through all of my clothes in my closets the other day. So now I only have clothes that I like, and that feels like a really great big accomplishment, especially with it starting to warm up. Where I live in Arizona, so we're already getting into the 80s, and the forecast predicts 90s this week. It's only March, you guys, but you know, the summer clothes are about ready to come out, so it was good. It was necessary, and I'm gonna take the rest of my clothes to the thrift, probably. Maybe Plato's Closet. I don't know. I know, but I love Plato's Closet. I'm just a girl, okay? So as you guys can tell, this is when I figured out that if I just draw the circles, it takes up far less time than if I try to do all the details and the flowers at the same time. So, period. I took many breaks during this look. This was one of them. I stopped and I just checked my progress. It was looking pretty good. And then I took a break off camera and I got back to it. When I was off camera, I finished my nose flowers and I put some blush on. And then we came back and we started doing some eye prep because I was moving on to my eyeshadow. I used the Blend Bunny Ellis palette and the Blend Bunny Beauty Below palette for my eye look, as well as the About Face matte eye paint. I used the super orange one. I don't actually know what the shade is called. Oh, and something new that I picked up at Ulta when I went is this like pencil to powder brow, I forget what it's called, I'm terrible, eyebrow pencil from NYX. It's a new formula, and I don't think I've ever used an actual pencil on my, back in the day, like 10 years ago when I first started doing makeup, I used a pencil for my eyebrows. Wow, that just took me back. But so yeah, it's been a long time, and I really like this formula. Actually, it's really good for light brows. I used to use their brow pens, still a really big fan of those, but the powder brow is awesome, and it's soft, you know. I've been trying to go for softer brows, so I like it. Blend Bunny eyeshadows are just so good. Oh my god, you guys, you remember in my last video when I did the Beauty Below tutorial and I went to show the palette and that entire shade fell out and cracked and just fell everywhere and it broke my heart and I literally had to crash out? Well, I posted on my story like a screenshot of me crying from that video, and Maggie, the owner of Blend Bunny, reached out to me and she was like, I'll send you a replacement shade. And I was like, oh my god. And I told her, I was like, I'll pay for shipping. She was like, no, it's totally fine. And then she asked for my order number and she resent the shade, so I thought. And then a few days goes by and I get the package, and y'all, tell me why she gave me an entire brand new Beauty Below palette. Like completely a brand new entire palette. Like just one shade was busted out of mine, and I just expected another shade and she sent an entire palette. Like, what a generous queen. I was like, I'll never forget this. It was just it makes me want to cry right now, happy tears, because what a generous, kind human. She's so wonderful. It's making me emotional. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Blend Bunny. I used that orange eye paint from About Face to do some mascara with, and then I did this lilac About Face paint under the eye, and Fenty Beauty's How Many Carats highlighter. It's literally glitter in a freaking pan. I couldn't believe it. I'm obsessed with this highlight. It's so good. Also, on my lips currently is Urban Decay, the shade Liar. It's their 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil. Absolutely obsessed with this shade. And then it was time for mouth details. So again, I just added some like teeth lines and some texture, and then we had to go in with the flowers. This look took 5 hours. This was a very long process. It was very tedious, but it was well worth it because the end result is freaking fire. Stepped out of my comfort zone and it paid off, and I love to see it. I love to be proud of myself like that, you know? So, anyways. So one thing that I added that I ended up taking off were those pearls on the lips. I thought that I could kind of make them like teeth. Maybe if I had filled in all of the blank spaces it would have looked better, but I ended up taking them off after a little bit because I liked it better without. But this is the final look. This is 5 hours of hand-painted teeny tiny little flowers, and hell yeah, brother, that shit looks good. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, tuning into my videos. I really appreciate it. Let me know down below if you guys have things that you want to see. If you have looks or ideas you want me to create, I would be happy to do that. And yeah, that's really all for today. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, madeupmaddi, as well. And I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.